We are the Adult Mental Health Family Group Conferencing Service. Our team supports adults and their self-identified network, which could include family members, professionals or friends, for example, to look at and plan together around their mental health recovery or safeguarding concerns. Now we're going to hear from Stuart about his experience with FGC.
Hello, my name is Stuart, and I'm going to share with you my experience with the Family Group Conferencing Service. Before the initial meeting, I was quite anxious, but once I met Lucy, my FGC coordinator, I was much more relaxed and calm. Lucy was incredibly supportive and reassuring throughout the meeting. We talked about who I wanted to involve. I chose to involve my wife and daughter, who had been affected the most from my mental health issues. I wanted them to receive support and for them to feel listened to as much as I was hoping for support too. I had about 3 or 4 meetings with Lucy before she created my information sharing agreement. This summarised my thoughts and feelings and what I wanted to gain from the conferences that were to be held with my wife and daughter. I agreed with Lucy the objectives for the conferences. These were, firstly, for my family to understand more about the challenges I was facing, and secondly, to improve the relationships with my wife and daughter. Lucy then contacted my wife and daughter to share the information sharing agreement. All communication was shared in confidence and posted as private and confidential. Lucy was incredibly flexible in arranging a time to meet with both my daughter and wife before the conference. Lucy explained the FGC process with them and gave them an opportunity to ask questions and plan possible points they wanted to share at the conference. My daughter felt at ease and was happy talking with Lucy, and after the meeting she commented on how kind and supportive she was. We agreed that we would have 2 family group conferences, one with me and my wife and one with all 3 of us. But the actual conference we had was more like a calm, well-led discussion about my mental health and family relationships where key actions were agreed. Lucy came to our house on a Saturday and outlined the agenda for the conference. I led each discussion point and then my wife and daughter added their thoughts. This resulted in actions to improve my family's understanding of my mental health challenges and how we could improve our relationships. Lucy kept notes during our discussions and prompted when needed to keep our discussions relevant and on track. Lucy then turned these notes into possible actions for us to look at and agree when she left the room. We changed a few things on her notes, and when Lucy returned to the room, we explained our changes. Some of the actions we included were for me and my daughter to go to the gym together, for us to play more games after dinner, and for me and my wife to use conversation cards to help us have conversations that were not just about my mental health. We soon received the plan in the post after I'd agreed the draft via email. When reading the plan, we were all pleased that we were already making progress on many of the actions. Lucy asked if we would like to have a review meeting to share with her how the plan was going. Me and my wife did have a review meeting, and this was very rewarding as we could share with Lucy the great progress we had made. Lucy was incredibly complimentary and was genuine in celebrating our successes. I am thankfully very well now and will be returning to work in a few months. Our family is much happier and both my wife and daughter understand more about my mental health challenges that are still with me, but thankfully in a much more manageable way. The FGC process was definitely a significant part in my mental health recovery and not only supported me, but supported my family too. We will forever be thankful to Lucy, the FGC process, and would highly recommend the service to adults struggling with mental health and its impact on the family. My wife, daughter and myself would summarise the FGC experience in 3 words: supportive, safe and worthwhile.
If you're interested to find out more about the Family Group Conferencing Service and learn more about our referral criteria, have a chat with a professional involved in you or your loved one's mental health care, or contact us directly. We're always happy to talk through any potential recovery or safeguarding matters.